Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm giving explanation and the demo of creating an SAP Fiori app using OData and deploy it to BTP ABAP environment. In this video, I will explain how to configure our BTP trial account for ABAP environment and how to create a destination which will be used by our Eclipse auditor and how to create a space which will be necessary and which will be required for uh, Fury application. So let's start from the step number one. In this step, we will assign role collection to user. First of all, you will have to log into your SAP BTP trial cockpit account and then enter your trial account. In the second step, you will go to your sub account by selecting the sub account. Now you are in the trial overview page. Click Trust Configuration. On the left side of the screen, we will find the Trust Configuration option. Just click it. On the next step, we will go to Users from our left menu, and then we will explore how many role the user have by clicking on the right side of our window. You will see the three dot button on the right side of role collection just beneath the role collection label, and just click it. The next step, we will click on to the assign role collection, and then you will find by default four type of roles: business application studio administration, business application studio developer, business application studio extension developer, deployer, sorry, and the last one is cloud connector administrator. You will have to select all the four options and then click on the button assign role collection. Now we move on to our next major step, which is configure the destination. First of all, we will have to enter into our trial account and just go to the connectivity and destination option from our left menu. The next step, we will have for configuration destination, we need the API endpoint. So we have to find API endpoint from the overview screen of our sub account. Just copy API endpoint URL and then click on new destination tab from the destination option. In the next step, now configure all the values of destination including endpoint URL in URL and audience fields. In the next step, we will have to give the property of this destination. We will use the new property button for assigning the property of this destination and save one by one all the properties. These are the five major properties which will be used. Number one, named format, and number two, HTML5 dynamic, and number three, HTML5 timeout, web ID enabled, and web ID usage. So timeout you can give 60,000, and web ID enabled you will give the value true, and the web ID usage you will give two things: OData underscore ABAP and dev underscore ABAP values. And finally, just click on the save button after all the five properties giving. In the next step, we will go to the download. We will click on the download trust button just for reference and just for ongoing connection for any future tool or for any future work. Now the file for trust configuration has been downloaded. You can see in the left side of the screen. The third major step is for a Fiori app is to configure the dev space, which is required for all Fiori app. The one dev space will be used for all our Fiori app, for all our Fiori application, irrespective of type of Fiori app. So we will go to the instances option under the services menu, and then we will click on the create button and give the name of the space. Here I give to the name ABAP underscore CLI, and then it will create our tab space. You will see the creation progress on the right bottom right side of the window. After creation of dev space named ABAP CLI, download the service key for connection from other tools. For other tools such as ADT, when the dev space will be created, the ABAP, the BTP will give us a service key which we'll use for different tool like ADT, ABAP development tool for Eclipse. So we will find the download button from under the dot option of service keys. So here three options are here: view, download and delete. So you will have to choose download option. The fourth major part of the configuration is configure to the destination. To configure the newly destination created, we will go to our Eclipse, and there we will select ABAP Cloud Project under the file new menu. Here for connection we will select SAP BTP ABAP environment and use service key option and click on the next button. The next button will show the import button. After clicking import button, we will give the our file of service key, which is lying under the C in my PC. So this can be difference. Um, this can be difference for you for your scenario. So now moving forward, after giving our file, we will have to click on the next button like this. After clicking next button, the Eclipse will give us two option: copy logon URL to clipboard or open logon page in browser. The open logon page browser will open the logon screen in the default browser, whereas the copy logon URL will facilitate you if you want to use another browser except the default browser. So when you copy and paste into the another on the browser, the screen, the local host will show you the message that you have been successfully logged on into the separate browser. And there is another message is showing in the screen that you can close this page and continue in the web development tools. So you are free to go and just close the window and just back to the Eclipse. When you back to the Eclipse, you will find the screen which is showing the connection setting. Service system URL is giving email, user ID, and TRL, and all the things which is required. It means that you can freely and easily configure, and you can easily work continue your development work into the Eclipse. Now, moving on, enter the name of your project and then click on the new button. And in the next step, set the enter the new resource working set name, select the cloud from your account, and then click on the finish button. After clicking the finish button, you will find the screen which will show you that which will show you all the objects and all the development objects. Explorer will show of your trial account, which from which you can easily explore all your and other users object, like here cloud development packages. I can see ABAP 2 UI5, ABAP development, ABAP first package, ABAP tutorial, and so on. So now right click on the project name and select property option. Now click on the system URL. When you click on the system URL, the Eclipse will redirect to the dashboard, which is which will have the related tiles like this: SQL explain, SQL trace. Here, I must I must say that the that if you are using the same step, you will find these style. And if your destination and the other things properly configured, you will have the different option in your trial. And like I said, I just want to clear that before 1 year, in 2022, and this dashboard was have many options of tiles. And right now it's only gave you the default ABAP related tiles only. Hope I cleared my point. Now move on. Now move on to the next step. Just go to your trial account and service marketplace. And in service marketplace, you just enter SAP Business Application Studio. Click on the option and then select go to application option. On the right side of the app, you will find the 3 or 4 dot option, and just like the right click menu, and just you will have to select the go to application. When you click onto the go to application, it will show the message into the browser. Explore the SAP Business Application Studio, and it just show the policy rule, and that you will find the policy message like the checkbox, and then click on the OK button. You just have to check the box on, and just go to the OK button. That this message should not show again when I will access the Fiori when I will access the Business Application Studio next time. So in the next step, you will find that the dev space Fiori May 23 has been created, and its status is stop. So you will have to start this dev space by clicking on the button, which will present in the right hand side of the screen. After some moments, and you will see that the status of the dev space is running in the green color. So it's mean now your business application studio is ready for Fiori app development. In the next screen, you will find the glorious and the gorgeous view of business application studio. Now for creating the now we will create our SAP Fiori app. So you will have to go to the file open folder. Here you can browse all of your project already if already created. Switch to the ABAP BTP trial account and select your trial sub account. Here we come here back because we want to copy our API endpoint for the connection with our business application studio to our trial account. So just move back to the business application studio and go to the option view and command palette. In the command palette, just enter login to Cloud Foundry. When you will select this option, and this the business application studio will ask you credential. You can log into the Cloud Foundry by two options. Number one is credential and number two is SSO passcode. So if you know the credential, you just enter the credential username and password. If you don't know, and if you forget your password, then just select the SSO passcode and click on the open a new browser page to generate your SSO code. So when you click that, the business application, the BTP will give you the SSO code. Just copy this SSO code by clicking on the copy button and just return back and give your SSO code and move on. This will connect you and this will sign into your Cloud Foundry account. So moving on, after logging on to the trial account, just give the div space from selecting on the list box and then click on the apply button. This will set the organization and state of the your div space. The sign in message will be shown. You can see that the sign in message will be shown. You have been signed into Cloud Foundry. After this tab, just again go to the view and palette, open palette, and just enter the open Fiori open application generator. Select the template of the Fiori app. Like here, I select list report page. Now this is most important point of this video, and just I just have to mention this, that if you the setup of connection of other system is not supported in trial, and therefore this tutorial is not intended for trial. The reason of the limitation is the trial offering is based on a shared instance, and other trial users would be able to use your connection as well. So you can find the trial limitation in the blog post just mentioned here. You can find the detail of this limitation. So due to this limitation, I'm not using the destination to the system, and I'm using here the public OData OData database and OData values which present into the openly into the internet. So In the second step of Fiori application creation, just just select the data source as connect to an OData service, and then give the URL of public Northwind data URL. Northwind.svc, which is openly available into the internet. You can copy and you can enter this into the OData service URL field, and then just click onto the next button. It will give you the main entity and the navigation entity of this Northwind database. Just select the products from the navigation entity and then click onto the next button. After giving to the next button, it will ask you the module name, application title, application namespace, and description. Just give all these values as per your convenience and as per your likeness, whatever you want. Now at the end, click on the finish button. You will see the app creation screen. Installing dependencies and other messages will be shown into the bottom right of the screen. Now a pop-up do select a pop-up will be arise, and it will give option that add project to workplace, that if you want to provide this project to your workplace, or if you want to this project in the open folder. So here you just select the add project to workspace option. After creation of our Fiori app, do click on the run and debug button on the right side of the screen. When you and obviously we want to find the result of our SAP Fiori app. So for this, I just have to click on the run and debug button, which is present on the right side of the screen, and also you can find it on the right click of the on the left side of the screen also. Now this will give you three or four type of windows that started the debugger started, and before starting the app, the debugger is started. You can see this easily. In the bottom of the screen, debugger started is showing, and as a later on you will find all the information into the debug console window. And finally the app will be running in the new browser window. When all the debugging happen, when all the things clear, the our Fiori app will automatically launch into the new browser window. Yes, the app title is going here, and the global project which I gave the application name. So guys, this video hope this video will benefit you for creating SAP Fiori app onto the BTP by using the OData database, and you will find easy and updated step of all this scenario. So hope you like this my video, and looking forward to my next video. So till then, bye bye, lafes.